So here's our scripture of the day. This is Isaiah 59, verse 7. And I don't have this one in front of me while I am filming, so this is from memory. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, and an helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. Now, that is just a very powerful imagery. And you may recognize some of it as being from the whole armor of God. Sorry for the shaky camera. Now, it is very possible that old Paul read Isaiah's words and was inspired by them, influenced by them. I'm always very amazed at how consistent God is, delivering the same message over millennia and over distance. But one thing that stands out to me on this scripture is that I looked up the context. I read a little bit in chapter 59, and this is actually talking about Christ and his mortal ministry and what he did in the atonement. And I find that very interesting because Paul is writing to the saints saying that we need to take on the whole armor. But Isaiah is basically saying here that in order to perform the atonement, Christ himself wore what Paul calls the whole armor of God. Although I will say Christ has a few extra pieces because he gets the garments of vengeance and the cloak of zeal, which are not part of Paul's armor, which is also very interesting that we are not supposed to take on these garments. We have other things. Christ is the one that takes on the garments of vengeance. That's his job, his role, what he has the right to do. But we are to emulate him in all ways that are within our power, but also within our authority. We never try to take over what is for God alone.